I want to win. I want to win at the highest level. We seeking EuroLeague championship. We seeking titles. When you taste that EuroLeague final, you want to go right back and be the happy team that time.
Guide us through your welcome to the league moments.
And he's like, okay, you're going to guard Chris Paul. First play of the game, turnover, run back in defense. I'm in front of James Harden. I'm looking for Chris Paul. Yeah. I don't want to face this guy right now. First ISO, I'm like, yeah, I know all your moves, man. I've been watching you since you were like tween, cross. Oh my God, I went that way. He went that way.
Quick question here. What's the hardest move to guard? Your step back or Mike James side step?
I'd say my step back.
Why?
Because I put the defender to sleep.
We had Matthew Stratzel on the podcast. He was the last one called into the 12, but the first thing he thought about was, damn, that means Elie's not gonna make it.
I was very angry because of...
What is your relationship with the national team? Elie, what is the biggest difference between the Elie we have in front of us today and the Elie that was playing in the Phoenix Suns?
Have a beer now. I guess definitely more mature, understand the games better, how everything work on and off the court, and yeah, I mean with more composure and more everything. I think I was 20 when I was playing there, and I'm 28 now, so yeah, it's been a long time. So. Yeah. I learned a lot. I've experienced a lot, and now I'm here in Monaco.
You speak about maturity. Is it just about age, being more mature, or were there events in your life that led you to be more mature?
I think it's experience. You have to be mature when you succeed. You have to be more mature when you fail. When something goes wrong, it's like, okay, how am I supposed to bounce back? Am I going to be immature and just cry and be on my own and not ask for help and not move on? Or am I going to do everything in my abilities to climb over that failure and just be better? And obviously now I'm a father.
Congrats,
so,
man,
yeah, thank you. So now it's definitely more work and new routines and new love and everything, and it's been amazing.
It's funny because I wrote a question, how being a father led you to be more mature. I wanted to ask you later, but you touched about this now. So how had this changed your life and you as a person to be a father?
I think I'm way more chill now at home, overall in my life. Obviously, when you're on the court, you compete and you do all those things, but just being able to see my kids in the stands, just cheering Papa, and you see them clap.
Be cool, man.
It's an amazing feeling. Like you can't describe unless you leave this before, and I don't know. It's just so exciting. You go home, whether you win, lose, score 30, score 0, whatever. They go home and they just so happy to see you, and this is an amazing feeling.
Is it harder to be a dad or a basketball player?
A dad. I'd say a dad. You have to control yourself even more. I can't. Sometimes you get mad, you get frustrated. You can yell at the ref a little bit. I can't really yell at my son the way I yell at the ref. So yeah, just be more patient. Patient is the key as a father, and all those things, like waking up before feeding time, when they crying, when they happy, playtime, all those things. It's I'd say it's difficult, but it's a lot of fun, and it's a process. And 18 years from now, I'll see them like I don't know, stepping on a basketball court or do whatever they want in their life, and just being happy and just
Alex, I was always thinking, like, is it like, do you get less performant when you have a kid? Like, because you have shorter nights, longer stays at home. Like, do you become less good on the court, you think, at the beginning?
I think the week after my second son was born, I was playing amazing. I was a bit tired, but just being in the mood of, wow, I'm a father of 2 now. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's doing good at home. Obviously, my girl is doing
Yeah.
all the nights. You know, shout out to her.
Tough,
Shout out to her.
tough, man.
She's out there performing at home. You know,
The real
so
MVP.
yeah, it's very helpful. But no, I don't think it just changed a lot.
Okay. Okay.
Man, so now, you know, you're super mature. But of course, I think young Elie was not like this. When you were playing in Po back in the days, what type of player were you? Mentally, I'm saying.
Mm, I wanted everything. I wanted it all. You start playing with the Esport team, and then you get to feel you start practicing with the pros. Then you turn pro, and you want to play more. You want to show that you're able to perform in the top league in France, and then get drafted. So you have all those things in mind, and you get frustrated easier. But at the same time, you can understand that it's a process, and you just leave. You just leave the vibe, you know.
Was NBA like a dream from day one?
Yeah, I've always played basketball. I think I had one day when my parents put me in, you know, like it's a day where you kind of try all kind of
Yeah.
sports.
Yeah.
And a girl whooped my ass at judo, and I was like, man, hell no, I'm going right back to basketball, man. It's much better. So
Alright.
I've played basketball for forever, and it was a dream at first, and then it became a goal, and then when it happened, I was the most happiest guy on the
Nice,
planet.
brother. Nice.
Man, I was checking the highlights of those years in Po. You already had the flair that you have now, you know, looking at the bench, talking a little bit. Where does this come from, this confidence?
I think it just helped. It just helped when you go with the flow. You hyping up yourself, your teammates, and sometimes the crowd is just. It makes you very comfortable, and then obviously every day you working on the same moves at practice. When it's 1-0, 5-5, you doing the same move, and then when you get to the game, it become like this instinct.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you can feel it, and just hype yourself up a little bit, give you that confidence to use that move. Obviously, when I was 16 and I was playing with the pros, I wasn't using a step back because, you know, I had other things to do. I had to play defense full court. I had to make the right read, don't turn the ball over, taking the open shots. And then, but on the side, I was working on that already. And then when you get to that certain level and confidence, and the coach trusts you a little more to take end of shot clock shots, this when you can start using all those moves. But yeah, it took times, but it was fun.
So your confidence comes from work, then you say, right?
Exactly.
Were you already flipping off the refs at 16, 17, or?
No, never. It only happened once.
Man, that was
I mean,
crazy.
it was too much already. But yeah, it was in the mood. January last year, it was very difficult.
I remember it was like I could feel also the stress and the pressure, and I think it was just too much, right?
I think that month of January last year was really, really tough for me. I had pain on my knee. I was not playing fully healthy. I didn't perform the way I wanted to, and it was just a lot. And you were just playing every 2 games, and then you get to this game where early you don't get the call, and you trying to move on, but then it gets a little too much, and then I exploded, and that's where that gesture happened, and it was bad, obviously, but in
Yo,
the
it was
moment, that's
crazy.
just how I felt.
Fully extended, yo.
Yeah, and
highlight.
and the fact that like when I got to the locker room because I got ejected, I started receiving all those notifications.
It was like ASAP on the.
Yeah, and the video is just right when I'm walking off the court, the camera like zoom in on me, and this is exactly when
Of course they zoom in, man.
this is exactly when I turned to the ref and did that. So yeah, it happened once, and
No more, yeah.
I'm sure it won't happen again.
What did coach said?
He looked at me, he said, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
He said, "What are you doing?" And I just went straight to the locker room. We talked about it later. He was like, you need to control those. You're one of the leaders. We need you on the court. You need to lead also by example. This is very important." And yeah, you experience. You learn from it. You move on, and
Yeah.
you do better.
I feel like we definitely learned from it because this year we see a more composed Elie on the court.
Yeah. I mean, you have
Maybe-
days where you go crazy because I'm looking for perfection every time.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this shot, why didn't it fall in? Like I'm working on it every day. Nobody can test it. Why this ball goes in and out?
Interesting.
And this is frustrating. Obviously, you need to control that. But yeah, haven't got a tech this year, I think.
Let's go. That's
Just
big.
trying to talk properly to the referee, to my teammate, to everybody, and just focus on winning. That's the most important.
Damn. So you get this frustration from your perfectionism, actually.
Most of the frustration comes from me. I want to be perfect on the court. Obviously, it can't happen. You know, Michael Jordan was not perfect, so how am I
Definitely.
supposed to be perfect? But just trying to reach that in my head, this level of 0 turnovers every game, make the right read, get a stop every time somebody trying to attack me, or get this teammate open at this time, make this shot right now. It's like it has to go the way I have in mind, and obviously it's not gonna happen every time, but this is what I'm reaching every time.
Bro, it's so interesting to hear this from a scorer because I guess like from an outside perspective, when you're a scorer, you don't care so much about all the mistakes you do. You just want to shoot the rock, shoot
Yeah.
the rock, shoot the rock. But the scorer that is concerned about his perfectionism,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
That's good.
Yeah,
It's
It's
very
like-
rare actually,
If you look at it, I think like most of the high scoring performance I've had is like it's not that many shots. It's just very efficient. Like I think when I take 15 shots, this one I score 30 points, or 10 shot that scored 25. But I think I never shot more than 17 shots a game. I was just trying to be efficient, do what I do on the court, get to my spots, and if I'm on fire, I'm just gonna keep doing it. But perfection is really what's in
Interesting,
mind.
bro. Interesting.
I got one more question about your time at Pau. As you said, it was crazy because it went pretty fast in Pau, like aspirant and then quickly first year pro. And then this first year pro comes the playoff. Like, so I think draft was already a thing. Playoffs, it's May 23rd, 2018. 44 points against who? Against Monaco.
Right here on this floor, man.
Bro,
Crazy.
tell me about this game, man. What happened?
It was crazy because so I already announced my name in the draft, and I was like early second to late second, mid second, and I was like, yeah, it's time to shine. Like you have to show what you can do on winning side, like the playoff time. And we were playing Monaco, the first team, and we played them 2 weeks before the playoff started, the last game of the regular season here. And I remember I had close to 20 points. We won the game. We were not supposed to win. Like, they were the first seed, and it got me confidence for the playoffs. And then the media was just saying, "Oh yeah, Monaco can't win it all. Okobo is their point guard. Too young. He got dog in front of him. They had he was the defender of the year."
Aaron Kraft?
Aaron
No?
Kraft, exactly.
Bro, he's a dog.
He was a dog.
Yeah.
But I was a dog too.
Hell
So
yeah.
that first game, early, I was feeling, my legs right. Everything was good. I had a good night, and I was just overly aggressive, and everything was working. And then I got fouled out. I was in foul trouble early in the third, so I went on the bench. I was like, oh my God, we cooked. I'm done.
Crashing out.
And then I get to the last 10 seconds on the third, and I score a half-court shot. And I was like, oh, I'm back at it.
Yeah.
And then I just went and I got at the line, was making threes. And, yeah, it felt crazy. Everything was working that day.
We often had like big scorers. I'm thinking Blakeney,
Yeah.
all those guys.
Yeah.
And I always like to touch on this feeling in the zone, the flow state. I guess this game you were in the flow state, right? Describe me this feeling, because normal people, I don't think they understand what it means to be in the zone. What does it mean?
Yeah, it's like you super comfortable with your body and with the ball in your hand, and you don't worry. Like, I don't really worry about the defender, but now's the time where I don't even see you. Like, I'm going here or there. I'll get to the free throw line if you too close, or I'll use the signature to step back or whatever it is. But you get in that flow where when I'm having the ball, like good things gonna happen, and it just feels so good. But you just keep a straight face. Like I'll just keep a straight face. I'm not gonna
Yeah, you're a silent killer.
silent. You just straight to work. Okay, this working. Let's go.
But
Crazy.
how can you replicate this feeling? Like, is there a routine you want to do to just replicate those performances, or it just comes? I don't know. You wake up and you feel good, and I guess it's my day today.
You know, it's weird. Sometimes, like the shoot around before the game in the morning, you making everything. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's gonna be a good day. And then game starts and bad night.
Yeah. It's usually how it works.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes during the warm up, I'm like, okay, my first shot's gonna be good. I'm feeling all right. Boom, boom, boom.
It's the classic gesture: left
And
jump,
then you
right
just,
jump.
You just miss over 1, over 2, over 3, and you start getting tight. But yeah, I don't know. It's just it happens during the game.
Okay,
When
yeah.
I feel like when I feel my body right, I feel like I'm sharp in everything I do, and all this is usually good.
Do you remember in this 44 points game in Monaco? Do you remember how many scouts were there?
Yeah, I think it was a few.
Ooh, okay.
The team, Paul didn't really want to tell me every time when it was scouts because they wanted me to focus on the game and just on the team and everything. So they didn't really tell me, but sometimes like some people telling me, hey, Utah's here. Oh, Chicago, Phoenix, damn, it's them. And it's like, oh wow. And you just had to perform. And after that, like all the media in the US was just talking about my performance, and it got me to
I
like
remember.
mid
That
first
pushed
round.
you.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
helped me. There was because after that we still lost that game. It was very frustrating.
Yes.
And then game 2 we lost at home. And then the day after I just flew straight to
Damn.
the draft process, all the
This is
workouts.
crazy. So you still did the workouts?
Yeah, I did 12 or 13.
13 in how many days?
Starting from 13 in less than 20 days.
This is crazy.
How does it look? So every team books you like one day after the other, or like your agent that gives you a schedule? How does it look?
Yeah, my agent gave me a schedule. He basically told me we're going to start because I had to work out a little bit before in Vegas.
By yourself?
Yeah, it was like and also like a pro day. They call it a
Okay.
pro day
Okay, like the
where a lot of
agency.
scout. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of scouts coming. So I did this, and then I started from west all the way to east to New York for the draft. So yeah, I did Phoenix, Denver, Portland, Utah, all the way through like till I think Boston, Milwaukee, and Brooklyn.
This is crazy.
So one day after the other, or no?
Every 2 days, and then
Man, this is
sometimes it was every 3
insane.
days.
Oh.
And people think, okay, it's a workout, like you're just showing off. I heard it's hell.
No. It's like it's like 6 or 7 players. You end up doing 3-on-3, but before it's like all the physical tests, and then I heard that your thumb was a little hurt before. We're gonna do this MRI and we're gonna check this and that, and so you're doing all this a whole day, and
Oh
you have
my
to practice
God.
hard. You want to show that
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm a hard worker. I'm here to win. I'm here to improve. I'm here to
Yeah.
show you that I belong here. And you do this every 2 days.
And the other 5, 6 players are also like, it's a matter of life or death at this point. Like the 3-on-3's got to be crazy, right?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's so intense. Like I did some workout with really good players right now that play in the NBA, and some that I think I've seen now in Europe league. So it's just fun seeing all those guys now.
Did you know? Did you knew at this time that it's gonna be Phoenix, or you thought like, okay, I don't know, maybe Boston. Okay, I was cooking. It's gonna be Boston.
I think it was between Portland, Utah, Phoenix, and Brooklyn. Oh, and Denver. And so, but when I did my workout in Phoenix, that was my second workout. They were saying, oh, yeah, we really liked you. We have a pick at 15 or 16 and the other one at 31st.
Yeah.
So we were just looking for another guy. And I think that pick would be like between y'all two. And I think the other guy was Zaire Smith.
Zaire Smith?
Yeah, then they traded for Mikal Bridges at the end.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
But so yeah, they were saying this, and And then, I mean, when the draft happened on 24, Portland drafted Anthony Simons.
I played against him.
Yeah, and 27, 28, or 28, 29th pick was Boston and Brooklyn. And both of them wanted to draft me, but send me back to Europe for a couple years. But it was guaranteed contract also.
Exactly.
And my agent was asking me, so what do you want to do? And it was like during the draft.
That's gotta be stressful.
So which position was it? Boston.
This
and
was
Brooklyn?
20. I think Brooklyn was 20. No, Boston was 27. Brooklyn was 29.
So guaranteed contract.
Guaranteed contract.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, so this is the last pick of the first round. Then
Yes.
you don't even know what's gonna happen after.
Yeah.
I would have so taken it.
And I was like, oh my God, but you know what? I really want to be in the U.S. I've been in France. I want to try something different. I want to be in the U.S. Even if it's going to be G League, I want to go and do it. And I told my agent, no, don't, tell him not to draft me.
So you took this decision.
Yeah,
This is crazy because that was my
Damn,
next
bro.
question.
that was crazy.
Because as you said, 31st is the first pick of the second round.
Yeah.
The difference between
I tell my kids I'm a first pick of the draft.
it's the 31 first round
Yeah,
picks.
exactly.
But for those who don't know, the first 30 picks are guaranteed contracts and second round is not guaranteed.
Exactly.
Do you think that your career in the NBA would have been different if you were drafted one position higher with a guaranteed contract?
I don't know, because it would have depend on the team. I still had guarantee contract.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a 4 years, 2 years guaranteed, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they told you on the phone, okay, you're 31st, but it's gonna be guaranteed.
So that's my point. Like after that, I said no to Brooklyn and Boston. It's a little break between the first round and the second round. So I'm out there stressing. My
you're
agent,
sweating.
like, I don't even know what's going on. My family, all my
Yeah.
family's here.
Bro, I would be losing my shit.
All
And
my
Suns was
family's-
guaranteed at this moment or no?
No, I
It's never
didn't know yet.
guaranteed.
Oh my God,
I didn't know.
bro.
And then I'm just out there on my. I don't even want to get my phone, but I'm talking to my family about whatever. And then my agent flip his phone to me, and it's Phoenix showing year 1 that much, year 2 that much. He was like, "Do you want to take this?" He was like, "Denver also very interested, but at 34." And I was
Yo, I'm
like,
stressing
"I already
this
say
out."
no to this guarantee here. I'm not gonna say no to this one."
Yeah.
I was like, "Let's fly. Let's go to Phoenix."
Damn, such a gamble, bro.
Yo.
Yeah, it was.
Crazy.
It was. I don't know. I wanted to be there, even if
Okay.
it was going to be non-guarantee or G League. I wanted to showcase what I could do there and have my chance. And then when the camera comes, it's like, oh, it's happening. It's
It's
happening.
go time. Tell me, how does a young Elie from Bordeaux feels when his name gets called at the draft and you go on that stage?
It's just surreal. But the fact that all my family was there, my best friend was there, my godfather was there, everybody was in New York. And just walking down the stairs, because I was not in the green room,
Yeah.
walking down them stairs and going to shake hands and put my hat on, it felt crazy. It was like, wow, I was in this little school. My parents wanted me to finish my music program when I was a kid. They didn't want me to go straight to basketball. So it was
Okay.
like, oh my God, all those things. And now I'm in New York with a nice suit on, ready to celebrate my draft and my new contract. Yeah, it was insane.
That was
Guide us through your welcome to the league moments.
My welcome to the league moment. Wow. I think it was 2 of them. One of the first time playing the Lakers. Obviously, we in Arizona, so we gonna play the Lakers 4 times. And that year, LeBron went to LA. So I was like, ooh, I'm gonna see LeBron 4 times.
This is crazy.
And first time we warming up in Phoenix. We played. The Lakers came to Phoenix. We warming up, everything normal, the music playing, and at some point, the crowd went crazy during the warm up. I was like, "What's going on? Why they went crazy? Are we at home or yeah? What?" I turned my head and LeBron just walked out of the tunnel, ready to get warm. Took off his jacket, jumping everywhere. Oh, sorry. See, I'm getting crazy. I got goosebumps. And then threw the ball in the air, and you know when he dunked that during the warm. I was like, "Oh, my God, it's
So
happening."
you were like, I'm here.
I'm gonna play against one of the GOATs. And so that was one of the craziest moments. And the second one, I'm a big James Harden fan, and the first time playing Houston, our point guard gets hurt. Oh, I don't know what's going on, but coach told me, "Hey, you starting." And
Against James Harden.
it's Chris Paul, James Harden.
Yo.
James Harden is on a 40-point average run.
He's averaging 40.
Yeah, it's crazy. And he's like, okay, you gonna guard Chris Paul and Mikhail gonna guard James Harden.
Okay.
First play of the game, turnover, walk back in defense, run back in defense. I'm in front of James Harden. I'm looking for Chris Paul. I don't
Yeah.
want to face this guy right now. And then first ISO, I'm like, yeah, I know all your moves, man. I've been watching you since you
Yeah.
I do the same.
this is 16. Tween, cross. Oh my God, I went that way. He went that way. And won. I'm like, yep.
Shit.
Welcome.
Oh my god.
That was
my
crazy.
Goodness, bro.
So
Crazy.
it super makes sense now that you say James Harden. Is this a guy that you try to shape your game off? Because cross, lefty, shooter.
Yeah, of course. The way he can get to the rim, stop, step back, create contact, get to the free throw line, and also the playmaking.
Yes.
The playmaking is insane. He was leading the league in assists.
Yes, yes.
That
I think when he
Houston-
was in Phoenix, in Philly, but also averaged like 9-10 assists a game in Houston. Playmaking with Clint Capella, finding the shooters, and all those things were insane. And I was like really watching him play. And even when I back in Poe, when I was young, he was still in OKC being a sixth man. And I was watching this lefty guy and going crazy. And I was like, wow, maybe I can use my left the same way. And
Did you get his get back on him? Did you score on him a little bit that game or?
the year after.
All
The
right.
year after I had 17.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I had
nice.
17, and I made a move where, I drew the foul the same way he
Yes,
did.
yes.
And he was like, yo, where did you get that from? I was like, yeah, I've been watching your highlights, man, He was like, congrats, man, keep doing what you do. I love your game.
Nice.
And
Nice.
it was, full circle moment.
Who is the player that you learned the most from in the league?
I think, on my team, it was Devin Booker.
Okay.
He's 1 year older than me, but when I got to the league, it was already his fourth year or something.
Okay.
He was like, yeah, I'm your vet. You gonna be my rook. I was like, yeah, all right. And we were just like, my 2 seasons there, after every practice, we were playing one-on-one.
Nice.
After every workout, we were playing one-on-one. And just get to shape my game, to this pull up, to create separation the way he's doing it. And it was like, yeah, he was whooping my ass. But you learn from it, and then you see him leading the team, and during those crunch time moment, money time, the way he's behaving, creating, and it was insane. So I would say him, because I was with him every
Nice.
game.
But that it's funny. We had a good source here, our photographer. You guys were a bunch of light skins in Phoenix with Kelly Oubre, aka Tsunami Papi.
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck is the Valley Boyz?
That's crazy. I think because Kelly Oubre got traded by the end of my first year, and he brought this crazy energy. You see him playing.
Yes.
He's a great defender, hustling plays, going crazy, very athletic, and he just brought this vibe to Phoenix that we didn't have before, and the fan loved him from day one. And I don't know, he created this thing, like he loved the fashion, the brand, so he created a brand called Valley Boyz, just mentioning us, the team, and
Nice.
he
Actually.
created some pop-up shop and all those things around town, and it was really a vibe at that time. It was really
Nice.
fun.
Yeah, it looked fun.
He got us
I-
some jackets, some shirts, and we were vibing for real.
You don't want to do something like this in Monaco? You got some good fashion guys here.
Yeah. The Roca, I don't know. I got
The
to
Rocker
make
Boys.
some up. Some nice stuff.
Yeah, we can bring some flair. We can help you out with the
Yeah.
setup.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
be
do
down.
it. Let's do it.
I know that you like watches.
Yeah.
There's someone else on the team that likes watches. So my question to you is, who has the better watches between you and Coach Spanulis?
Coach got like 4 or 5 really good watches. That he be wearing on daily. Sometime during practice he got on a Patek Philippe
We saw them. They're shining.
cursing on us. That wrist is shining. It's all like very, very good watches. All sporty. I think my collection is. I think a lot of guys have
No, but
has
yours
great
are
watches.
tough, man. I've seen some.
Yeah,
of
I've
them.
seen some too.
I
It's
think
tough.
mine is you know, I got sporty looks,
Yeah.
very fashion, vintage pieces.
Yeah, you do research.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love watches. I love, you know, like looking at new stuff or vintage stuff and trying to understand the piece. And yeah, I got all metals, all bands, all complication in there. Just trying
Nice,
to be
nice.
smooth, yeah, for sure.
That's good.
Elie, what was your biggest welcome to the league moment off the court?
Well, yeah, I'd say the jet thing was insane. My first time. Yeah, that was a good one. My first time playing in LA against LA. We did after the game we went to a little private club and it was insane. I think I climbed over the side. Oh, it was insane. I was late for the party and it was a bunch of famous people in there.
Yeah.
So I climbed onto the side. I don't know how I didn't get shot, you know, that time. They told me, yeah, climb, don't worry. And so I went
Damn.
and I just went inside and this guy just behind me started talking. I'm like, I can't hear this voice. And it was Drake. Drake's my favorite artist.
Oh,
And that's
shit.
my first time seeing Drake in person. He's like, what's up, bro? Yeah. Well, I was at the game, blah, blah, blah. And we was just talking a little bit. And yeah, it was a bunch of famous people. I mean, it's Hollywood, it's LA.
Did you ever had like an issue where like you felt tired or like your body or somebody told you, okay, like you're doing a bit too much outside? Because bro, if I know Drake is at the party, I'm going every night.
That's why you're not in NBA.
Exactly, that's why. I mean, sometimes it's like, even when you don't play in the NBA, sometimes you get to a whole 2 weeks when you play 0 minutes. But the work you do on the side is probably more tiring than the games.
For sure.
So it's like, I don't have time to just be out there partying and enjoying my time. I'm working you do 5-on-5 with the coaches and coaches out there. You know, there's not some of them European coaches. The coaches out there will bump you, play full speed against you. They're very athletic. So, yeah, you really have to lock in. But you get tired sometimes. But I was tired because of basketball, not because of
Yeah.
the outside.
Okay.
Man, closing in on the NBA, you had a short career despite being drafted. When did you feel that the NBA was starting to slip away from you? Like, what happened here?
My second year was better than my first year at first, and then I told that story before, but the game before All-Star break, my second year, I twisted my ankle really bad,
Yeah.
and coming back from the All-Star game, it wasn't the same. Like, I was still playing through it, but it was so painful, and I was feeling not like myself physically. And, you know, like, well, you don't feel good physically. I mean, you playing not as well. So it was kind of going like this. And it was time where, okay, the second part of the season, you have to show that, you know, that you play good so they can pick up your team option.
Exactly, because it wasn't guaranteed by then.
It was that time. It was after my second year. And I kind of felt it. I was like, yeah, I'm not playing that good. I'm hurt. Then COVID hit. And I was like, okay, well, I can't rest my ankle, get ready for the NBA bubble, destroy it in the NBA bubble. And so then they might have a chance. Or with other teams. 4 days before going to the bubble, I get COVID.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, I'm cooked.
This is crazy.
This was bad timing. So I get to the bubble the day before the first game started. So I didn't do the whole bubble training camp. And the team went on an 8-0 run over there. So it was pointless for me to play.
Yeah, this is crazy because your team is winning, but you're not out there helping them.
You're not out there helping them. If you win, even if you don't do nothing crazy, if you're part of a winning team and you do your role perfectly, it's great. They're gonna understand what you bring to the table. But that 8-0 run, it was fun to watch, but you know, you wanted to play. And then you knew the summer, by September, we're not gonna pick up your option. good luck for the rest of your career, blah,
Damn,
blah, blah.
man.
And no other team was interested to like, pick it up or something?
They were a little bit, but they didn't know when the season was going to start again. And I think I signed an Exhibit 10 with Brooklyn. I played a G League bubble, but my ankle was still painful.
Really?
And after that G League bubble, it was like 2 weeks. It was probably the worst 2 weeks in my life in terms of basketball. I told my family, my agent, I don't want to wait for no call up or no nothing. Let me just go home, do my surgery on my ankle, and start over, basically. And that start over was ASVEL.
ASVEL,
Damn, bro.
man.
Did you perceive this coming back home as a failure?
The first time Tony called me to offer me a job in ASVEL, it was a weird feeling because my last year in Po, I was frying ASVEL.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like I'm not gonna come back to French League ever again. But at the same time, it was it's an opportunity for me to play in EuroLeague and show that my 2 years in Phoenix was not a waste, and that I got better than when I left France. So, but it was weird. It was frustrating. All this physical problems and this and that, but. Yeah, when I got there, I was like, just enjoy the process. Let's go back to the grind and be healthy and just go out there and hoop.
What did Tony told you on this phone call?
He was like, Elie, how do you feel? How's your ankle? Just know if you don't have no option really over there, or if you want to come back here, I have a spot for you. I want you to be one of the main guys. I want to win French League with you. You just do 1 year. Showcase your talent, and then you go back to the league or you do whatever.
It's nice.
It's gotta feel good when Tony Parker says that. Like, you gotta brings confidence back.
Yeah, me and Tony have a really good relationship. When he was in Charlotte, I played him when he was in Charlotte.
Okay.
Not when he was in San Antonio. But yeah, my first time playing him, he had the ball 24 seconds every possession, was busting my ass. Just playing every pick and roll just to show him like, young Frenchie. It was fun, and since then we have a really good relationship, and he gave me this opportunity to play basketball in the highest level in Europe. So I'm forever grateful for that.
You took it really well, because if I remember correctly, you came in and whooping ass. Like,
it
it was crazy.
Prior to that season, it was a long summer because of the surgery. I was in Paris just working out with my physical trainer. I wanted to be in the best shape ever.
Yeah.
And my physical trainer, his name is Yanis, he was telling me, when you gonna be in ASVEL, when you gonna start playing, you're gonna be so strong, you're gonna kill everybody out there. Don't worry about because I was not playing basketball at all. It was just physical stuff to be in shape. And he was like, you're going to destroy if you stay right in shape and all that. And I arrived there. I didn't participate in the first month. And then I was so hungry to show that, hey, I'm back in French League, but it's not young Elie. This is my team. Nice. And I'm going to show also that I can perform in EuroLeague.
But it's tough, man. We know so many, especially also French players that had some NBA period time and come to the EuroLeague and don't perform this much right away. I'm thinking about TLC, our boy Tim. I think he's really, really, destroying right now.
Yeah.
But it was not like this in the beginning for him. It was hard for him to adjust,
He had to adjust, but we play different position.
Yeah.
So he don't really have the ball in his hands that much at first. And you get to a team, you need to, they didn't say, TLC, this is your team in Milan, right? So he had to adjust. It was tough. And now, it was in ASVEL. And now, he's doing amazing.
Yo.
Full confidence.
Crazy.
Jacking threes.
All the balls go to him.
Best scorer in the EuroLeague right now.
Insane.
And he's scoring all 3 levels.
Yeah.
Bumping people, posting up threes, catch and shoot, all that. It's fun to watch.
It's crazy.
TLC, my guy,
It's crazy.
But there's a situation I want to ask you about. I'm thinking, lefty NBA, didn't really prove it there. Killian Hayes, would you recommend him to come back to Europe and really showcase in Europe? Because no one really knows what's going on with him right now.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to recommend nothing to nobody. It's like live your own life, experience your own, situations. If you feel like you get this chance to play in the NBA, go 100%. Work hard, you know, trying to fit in wherever you are. And if one day you want to experience your league or Europe in general, come back and be 100% as well. Whatever decision you're making, you got to go all in.
Yeah.
Fact. Yeah.
You can't hesitate.
Yeah.
Oh, what should I do? This and that. People say on the internet I should go play EuroLeague, but I want to just do you 100% and just leave with the consequences.
I guess it's like a dream that you're trying to,
Hang on to it.
Yeah, exactly. I think so, because it's like so hard to, I think, accept when you have, what was he drafted? Top 5, top 6?
He was.
He was coming like the big guy, and
Yeah,
it's
he was in
just
the
so
top 10.
hard, man. I think.
Yeah, it's frustrating. And then you get little spot in the national team.
Yeah.
We can't really see you play. It's like, yeah, but I think he'll figure it out for sure. He's a really good basketball player.
Yeah.
Look,
he
Maledon
is.
now is hooping in
Yeah.
Europe.
You see Maledon, he was staying a little.
Yeah.
He stayed a little longer also over there between G League and NBA, and then he chose the EuroLeague path, and now he's in Madrid performing, top contender.
France is going well right now. I got one more question about ASVEL. If I'm correct, finals against Monaco, I think game 5, and you made the shot, right, to beat Monaco in the last game.
Yeah, I made the N1 to
Yo.
go to overtime.
I lost
on Mike James.
I've lost my fucking mind. How did you feel beating Monaco? Because it was like the hot team, and were you ever thinking at this point I might go there, or what was it like?
Yeah, so I mean, I was watching them playing Olympiacos in the playoffs.
Yes.
Oh my
I was
series.
like, wow,
I love this series.
This is really a good team. They out there fighting. They winning. They beating Olympiacos in Athens, and they went all the way to game 5. Unfortunately, they lost. But before that final, I knew I was gonna go to Monaco.
Okay.
So I knew.
Man.
Damn.
But I was like, I had so much pressure because I didn't want to lose to a team in the final and join them.
Okay, yeah.
Makes sense.
Not pull a KD.
It's not in the same level, but kind of,
Yeah.
So it was like, wow, we have to win this final. So then I can't say I beat them and they needed my help, so I went there. So, but it was so much fun.
That series was crazy.
It was high level basketball.
Yes.
All the way till game 5 in ASVEL. It was so hot at the arena.
Yeah, cheaters.
And overtime, all the way to a last shot.
It was insane.
It was amazing, and like we talked with Tony, it's like win this championship, this French league, and then you can go.
Yeah.
And
Damn, so you made your promise.
Yeah, that's crazy. You manifested
kept my
it.
promise. It was a fun time in ASVEL.
Yeah.
Grateful for that season. That helped me bounce back from all my experiences before, and then I got to Monaco, but I really wanted to beat Monaco. I didn't want to join them after L.
Yeah. And I can imagine like coming into preseason, I'm sure you were talking smack to them like, "Oh, what's up, losers?" And
I was just waiting for somebody to say something.
who said it first?
I don't know. It was like a little flat. I mean, Matthew came also.
Yes. Yeah.
So he was saying some stuff. We were saying some stuff, but they can't really say nothing because that series, I ended up being the MVP of the final.
Yeah.
Beat them and
On
Tough,
Mike,
man.
the N1 on Mike James, we're gonna pull out the tape, man.
pull
Tough.
out.
I'm
the
sure he
tape.
will like it.
I was after that. I was looking at the score. How many? And then I missed the free throw, so we went to overtime. It was all crazy.
Yes.
It was all crazy. But yeah.
You mentioned the national team, bro. What is your relationship with the national team
Now it's great.
now?
The now is
Yeah.
important.
Now it's good. Obviously, it was not a good result in the Eurobasket last summer. For me personally, it's a new chapter in the national team career, and I'm very excited for it. Obviously, Wemby gonna come. I hope. Next summer is just international windows, but 2027 the World Cup, and then
That's gonna be
2028
2
the
years.
Olympics.
Yeah.
So I mean, we have a lot of French guys that can hoop in the national team, and
It's so many players.
yeah.
Yes.
So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, I was excited. I was very, very frustrated with the Olympics, not participating in it, but yeah, it's part of the
It's
process.
it's crazy because we had Matthew Stratzel on the podcast a while ago, and he was saying it was super weird for him because he was the last one called into the 12. But the first thing he thought about was, damn, you know, that means Élie's not going to make it. So now we have your point of view. Tell me, like, how did you feel when you weren't called up?
I was very angry because of the conversation we had early in the training camp with the national team, and the ending, it was like just total opposite.
Yeah.
And you know, like, I don't know, it was so much thing going on. So it was very, very frustrating. I remember it was like 4 years prior to, I mean, whenever we found out the Olympics was going to be in Paris,
That was on your list, like.
yeah, it was like, oh my God, I'm going to be 26, 27.
Prime.
I'll
Perfect.
probably be a good basketball player back
Yeah.
then. Let's see if I can make it to this Olympics in Paris. That would be amazing. And then we get close to it. I get to this 16 player roster
Yeah.
and don't make it to the 12. So it was so frustrating. And you just watch them. I mean, they started perform only in the quarterfinal. But
Thanks to Stratzel.
yeah, big
Yeah,
time shot
crazy.
against Japan. And you see them perform, and it's like, I probably could have helped, but at the end of the day, they went to the final. They got the silver medal. Coach was coach of the tournament, so yeah, it was great.
You said that it was very different from the conversation that you had in the beginning of the training camp. Can you tell us, like, what was the role that has been communicated to you, or what was the communication about in the beginning?
It was basically like, you're really good offensively. We gonna need this, but that's not what we want to see during the whole training camp.
Okay.
We want to see you guard. We want to see you move the ball quick, push the pace, but like really lock in on the defensive end. We want to
Okay.
see you play defense. And I was doing exactly this.
So you were doing this and not showcasing your offensive, let's say.
Yeah, it was like, well, I'm good offensively. I know I was not going to be like, you have Wemby, you have Fournier. So then when I wasn't feeling comfortable on the court offensively, I didn't know what to do when.
Yeah.
And then it was just ugly. And then, we're not going to take you because of this reason and that reason. It's like, well, you
Yeah.
just asked me to do this for a whole
Yeah.
month.
It's funny because despite all this, new coach, and now you're back on the roster in your basket, and it's funny because they were saying, hey, don't take the shots and stuff. Now you come back and you have exactly this responsibility. And when the team was struggling, they were relying on you to score the ball.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel? Like, guys, look, this is what I do, and I can show to you guys, and I deserve to do it for my country. Because you did it well this summer despite the struggles of the team. Like, how does that make you feel that you can show it on the national stage now?
I felt like I knew I could do it. I mean, like before they were kind of asking to do it, but not. And then it was all confusing
Yeah.
for me. So it was very weird, and that's why, I mean, I'm not blaming nobody, but
Yeah, of course.
when I was there, it was, you seen the Eurobasket, the World Cup, and the pre-Olympics. I was playing like an espoir on the court. It was like I was just lost offensively.
Yeah.
What to do, when, why, this and that. Who do I pass the ball to? When can I take a shot? So it was all weird, and I was like, confidence. You have trust from somebody, and he's saying, okay, well, make plays for the team, but also we need you to score. And then it's on you to adjust. And obviously you watch film, oh, I made this turnover. Oh, I took the shot. This pass was open. And then you just read, you learn, you get better. But you have a trust.
Yeah.
And so it was a little bit weird at first with the national team because I needed to adjust and felt like, okay, well, I can do those things now. And yeah, it felt good. Very frustrating to lose.
Yeah.
But just having number 0, France, and
Where you belong.
Crazy,
and
man.
making shots to win the game or making the right stop, it felt so good.
Is LA 28 a goal of yours?
Yeah, of course. Have to stay healthy. Have to be better because the entire world gonna be better, and we'll see how it goes. But before that, you have, I mean, it's in 2 years.
The World Cup.
You have the World Cup before, or you have some.
And you're gonna be like prime, you know. You're gonna be, hey.
I'm gonna be a vet.
Hell yeah, Vet Okobo. That's crazy.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I say that's a goal. That's a dream. That's a goal. Like I want to participate in the Olympics. I really wanted to participate
Definitely.
in Paris.
Yeah.
It was like,
This is prime, I guess, in the career, man.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah, you in the whole mood. The whole world's watching sports. The whole world get together in peace
Yeah.
and just enjoying sports in general. And I was seeing because I went to watch both semifinals and the final in Paris.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Like, it's gotta be weird.
So the thing was, I had a tattoo appointment in Paris, and it happens that the team went all the way to the final. So I was like, might as well go.
But you didn't.
I was gonna
plan.
go watch a USA and Serbian team.
Okay.
I mean, I just love basketball. I wanted
Yeah,
to
for
see
sure.
Nice.
the best players playing the best basketball, and the semifinal against USA Serbia was amazing.
Insane.
And you just see talent. You see pure basketball, pure experienced guys that just hoop and just want to win a gold, and it was amazing to see. And then France, Germany, and the final, all 3 games was great to watch.
Yeah.
And it's just the love for the game.
Nice, bro.
I was supporting my guys, you know, but
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, they're your guys.
being in the stands, it just felt weird.
I'm just imagine what you felt. I guess I can feel like 20%. Even now, I feel bad thinking about how you were feeling. So
And there's like, even now, sometimes people in the streets, they say, oh my God, we love you play. We watch you in the Olympics. You were amazing. I'm like,
get out of here.
that was not me.
Were you, Elie, were you looking for, in this period, for a conversation with Coach Collet to like figure out the situation? Or was it a bit of like, just like cold, you guys didn't know what to do together? Like, how was it?
We called each other a year after, after the World Cup.
Okay.
World Cup was ugly too. It was this big thing on TV where he was telling Francisco, don't listen to Elie, he doesn't want to play.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Damn.
So this thing started it, I guess.
Damn, true. I forgot about that.
And then, so we talked a year later. His assistant, Pascal Donadieu, he told me, Elie, I'm sure you might be helpful for the national team in the years to come. You know, you're very good. We need you. You should talk to Coach Collet.
Yeah.
So we had a phone call. It was very useful. And then, he didn't take me for those international windows, but he called me for the Olympic
Yeah. Extended
list.
team.
Yeah. And then this where we had the meeting, and I was like, "Oh, we good?" And no,
It's
Damn.
true that since this altercation, you were kind of portrayed as the bad guy of the national team.
Yeah.
And look, we talk to you now. You're everything but a bad guy. So that's got to make you feel bad because I'm not this guy, you know.
yeah. But I think during the World Cup, this event, the thing that came, and now it was on YouTube and everywhere.
Yeah,
People
well, yeah, it
sending
got
to
big.
me. This was a game to be in the top 20 team of the World Cup. Like we were not qualified for the quarterfinal and all those things. We were playing Lebanon, and this thing happened. And I think it was like easy way out for the fans and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was focused on what I had to do to be better and show better, character or whatever.
But crazy to me that after this stuff, you guys have like he has a conversation or he looks for a conversation with you only 1 year later. You know what I mean?
yeah, we were not. I mean, he don't really talk like that. But I was like, I have to talk to him if I want to.
Yeah.
He the
Yeah,
one running
literally.
the show over there.
Yeah.
He's the coach.
Yeah.
So if I want to,
Be part of it, you gotta talk to
if
the
I
coach.
want to,
Yeah.
realize my
Yeah.
goal, my dream to be
Yeah.
in the Olympics, I have to talk to him. I have to, put water in my
Yeah.
cup.
Yeah. Man,
That's tough, bro.
on a better note, speaking about confidence from the coaches, it's safe to say that the coaches here have full confidence on you. It's, you come in, either if it's off the bench or a starter, you can do whatever you want, man. How does that feel to have this role in one of the best teams in Europe?
It feels great. Somebody that recognizes your value, that trusts you to perform at the highest level. We seeking top four. We seeking home court. We seeking EuroLeague championship. We seeking titles, and being one of the best guy of this kind of team, it's amazing. That's what I wanted. I just don't want to be somebody that just can't score. Oh, he got a cool step back. He's lefty. This is fun. This is whatever. But I want to win. I want to win at the highest level and, have a great career. So having a coach that trusts you, that give you some keys to this team, it's amazing. Then you have to give back and start with working.
Facts.
Working on days off, doing all those things to when the moment comes, you ready.
Is practice? It's gonna sound like a stupid question, but is practice hard with Spanoulis? Because we heard, for example, Ataman. Apparently, his practices are crazy.
It's only pick up and full like.
It's like a game, basically.
Yeah.
Right. Like, how's it with Spanoulis?
It's very structured. Start with a warm up, then you do some 5 against 0. To
I know you don't like that.
to remember the plays.
You're not a 5-on-0 type of player.
I mean, I know the plays. It's like, okay, well,
I know them.
I know the plays. But then he want to do 5 against 0 for the different kind of defense.
Okay,
On
okay,
this
okay.
play, they're gonna guard us like this, so we need to adjust. So we have to do this. Then we gonna play the opponent plays and guard it, and then we gonna play our plays with their defense.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do some full court first to whatever. We got 10 minutes on the clock. We just hooping. But,
Okay.
you have days where it's
Yeah.
very – I mean, we compete every day. You have days when it's very hard and days where you need to save your energy because you're playing a game.
All right. Quick question here. What's the hardest move to guard? Your step back or Mike James sidestep?
I'd say my step back
Why?
because I put the defender to sleep and
Yeah. No, it's true, man. Like,
I love that.
and you catch him off rhythm because it's always like.
This is gonna be in the
Yeah.
trailer.
That's a quote.
I mean, you see it when I do it. The defender usually like jump 2 or 3 times in front
Yeah.
because he can't time me well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think this move is very hard.
And
to
it's
guard.
this lefty is so annoying to defend, man.
Bro.
It's like,
Yeah, because when I go between the legs, I can accelerate and drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you scared of that, you gonna back up, and this one I can use a step back. Or
It's lethal, really.
yeah, you have different counters to this move.
Yeah. and
But
for some
Mike's side step is good. In that corner, it's sufficient.
yeah. He doesn't use it this much anymore, though. Back in the days, it was
Sometimes.
so much in
You
the
can
corner.
tell when he's in that corner, he's not dribbling. You know he's gonna do
Facts.
that.
Especially the mid range, also.
Yeah.
Every time he's got the ball, mid range 0.
And he start jabbing, sending it up. Yeah,
He's shooting it.
he gonna raise up.
He's shooting. How do you feel as a player when, like, okay, you know that he has the ball or another player, and you know he's not gonna pass it? Like, are you trying to stay active, or you're just like, all right, you do whatever, I got next?
I mean, you just be ready. You always have to be ready.
Uh-huh.
If he drives, you have to relocate to be in a passing lane and all those things. But when you have talented guys like this that can score, get to that spot, even when the defender is guarding you, just be ready. But then you like, whew, nice shot.
Man.
And you just go back in defense.
Yeah,
and
you
just,
got some hoopers, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who's winning 1-on-1? You or Mike?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Sorry, we've had this debate. I think on the bus multiple times, like who's tougher to guard 1-on-1 between Mike and myself with the guys, and yeah, it's always funny. It's like
What do they say, the guys?
they say I'm a little more shifty, so for some guys it's more difficult to move their legs. Some say Mike that push off is really tough to guard to
he's
come to
strong.
contest.
Yeah.
So it's like really, you have guys that say is Mike, you have guys that say is me.
But you can play him at the post too, because you're a little taller. So maybe you
Yeah,
can use the...
I'm working on my post game on the low.
we don't see too much.
I haven't used it much, but like I said, a step back, I haven't used it after 3 years. So
How Elie, how do you cope? How do you like manage to be in a team with so much strong personalities as well? Because you guys are there's so much superstar level also with Jordan when he was here. Like, how do you manage that everybody gets this piece of a cake? You know what I mean?
yeah, communication.
Okay.
Communication is key. And you can feel it also. I don't know. It's like, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say I drive 2 times and I score, I miss. Or let's say I miss, because if I score, nobody will say nothing.
Yeah.
I miss a pass, like you're gonna see this little look, not like a look where, oh, pass me the ball, oh my God,
Yeah,
what the fuck. But it's like this little look where, okay,
Between
now
scorers.
maybe,
Yeah.
and then you just feel it. We've been playing for 4 years together,
True.
but yeah, you have heated stuff sometimes. You in a moment, you're frustrated, you
Yeah.
losing or
Yeah.
this and that. We coach you talking, but yeah, it's all about communication, understanding. Like,
I'm curious, Coach Spanulis, who was a player, so he understands you, that he understands this difference between the EuroLeague and French league, and also so many games.
yeah.
Does he really understand you, or he still loses his mind after those flashes of inconsistency?
He'll understand, but you gotta, keep us accountable. You have to make sure because if we lose, like it's ugly. We're not supposed to lose 0 game in French league with the team we have.
Yeah.
So he have to keep us accountable. He pushes us to give maximum effort, and also it helped because you have guys that don't play as much in EuroLeague, and they can't wait for this game to show that they should play in EuroLeague
Yeah.
or bring the maximum to win this game on Sunday. So that's why I think this year has been the best in terms of French league
interesting.
in regular season.
Yeah, it's just a shame all the talks around the team, like because of the whatever trouble there is. I wish people could just focus on what's happening on the court, and the rest, whoever's in charge will take care of this. But as a player, I'm sure it's like kind of sad that we're hooping and you're speaking about maybe we cannot make the playoffs and stuff, like taking wins.
Yeah,
That's weird as hell, man.
it's annoying. You playing, you beating a team, and then they taking a win away from you for whatever reason, and you're like, nobody was aware of that. Like, we was out there playing defense and scoring, getting buckets.
Finally.
But then, you have to. I mean, our job is to worry about what's on
Exactly.
the
Correct.
basketball floor
Yeah.
to beat whoever is in front of us, bring this club titles, and I hope the rest will follow, and everything will be in order.
We hope it too, man.
Yeah.
Do you as a team get affected by this outside noise?
It's frustrating for sure. Like, every time you see Monaco on social media, it's about money.
It's the bad
Yeah.
guys, yeah.
Like, it's about this and that. Like, wow, we just beat Barcelona. Can you talk
Yeah,
about
facts.
that?
Talk about this.
But yeah, control what you can control, and bring titles out here.
Quick, like about the one-on-one. Last year you played the one-on-one All-Star game.
Yeah.
Is TJ Shorts a better player than you one-on-one?
No.
Why did he win then?
I missed few shots, and I have to. I mean, I don't know. That was my first time doing this in front of a crowd.
That was
playing
cool, right?
one-on-one. It was a lot of fun. I think I should have played knowing my opponent weakness.
Yeah, which is
I
size.
should have just played like way more stronger and like, you know, going to the paint and doing all those things. But at the same time, in my head, I was just having fun doing the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, he beat me that day. But I'm the best one-on-one.
Because we had him on the podcast, and he said, I think he said he's definitely better than you one-on-one. So,
For real?
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think so.
Why did you give your spot to Matthew Stradzel this year for the skills challenge?
I twisted my ankle against Madrid.
Yes.
And after that game, I was thinking, wow, the All-Star game, the skills challenge, it's going to be a lot. We've been playing for every 2 days for the past 2 weeks. And the All-Star game is cool. You can, like, take a little three here and there. You don't have to play defense. You're just chilling. But the skills challenge, them boys are crazy.
Yeah.
You have to do this. You have to do the circuits. You have to go around, pass, shot, run everywhere. I was like, 2 days after a twisted ankle,
man.
it's not good.
I thought that maybe you were scared because you lost last year.
I ain't dunking no smoke, man. I ain't dunking smoke. No, so I told them, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't do it. It's too much for the ankle.
Yeah,
And
facts.
we play Barcelona 2 days after the All-Star game. I was like, I'm not gonna
Bro,
do some silly stuff over there
that's
just
crazy
to win
schedule.
a one-on-one.
Hey, you beat Team USA, huh? Finally.
After I don't know how long.
We're gonna ask a question to Mike later, but do you think he missed on purpose the free throw, or last year he missed on purpose?
Last
This
year he did. This year, no. Can't say whatever he want. I asked him. I say, man, are you gonna miss? Or he said, no, man. I'm trying to go to dinner. I'm trying to go home.
Go to dinner.
So he cannot lie. He didn't miss on purpose this
Oh, we
year.
will let you know what he said.
All right, cool.
So he didn't miss on purpose. For sure, he's gonna say missed on purpose.
Yeah.
For sure.
Ego.
Elie, you said that you're a better one-on-one player than TJ and Mike, but what is one EuroLeague player that is a better one-on-one player than you?
One EuroLeague player that is better. I can't say nobody's better.
You can.
Why
I
not?
remember I played to whoever I played. I played with Francisco one time in the national team. He beat me first to 3. It was like 3-2 or something. So Frenchie's is a fun matchup. Frenchie's a fun matchup to play one-on-one with. And yeah, I haven't played one-on-one with anybody else. So I don't have nobody else in mind. But yeah,
Okay.
I play with Frenchie. It's fun.
Okay, I like
always.
that.
We're approaching the end of the podcast, so for this year and more for the rest of your career, what are your goals?
My goal is to win EuroLeague. We're so close last year.
Yes.
So this is one of the goals. Being a top tier EuroLeague player, like basketball player overall, and I don't know, just be out there, do me the highest level, be consistent with my work, with my performances, and be healthy. I don't really want to talk about like individual awards, because I feel like this comes with your team being good and being consistent. So, you know, seeking perfection, being consistent and healthy,
Yeah.
and just play winning basketball.
And your kids, man, they gotta see you with that EuroLeague trophy.
Facts.
Gotta see me, gotta take a picture with them, like put both of them in the
Oh man, that's the elite
Yeah.
picture.
That would be great.
Yeah.
With a Monaco jersey, that would be great.
Nice.
Yes, because people forget it, but you play here 4 years. Like you're a big part of Monaco history, and I don't know. People sometimes they I'm speaking because I'm from here, so they take it for granted sometimes. But you and Mike, what you've done for the club, like
Yeah.
cannot take
tough,
this for
man.
granted. So first of all, thank you that you
I
show up.
appreciate
And,
y'all for the support.
you know, it's outside noise talking shit. No, this is like just a thank you, and hopefully like you guys bring the trophy.
Facts.
Finally, Monaco gets the recognition they deserve, and You'll be a part
Yeah.
of it, I'm sure.
That'd be amazing. Yeah, people usually take stuff for granted till, it's
They don't
not
have
in
it
their
anymore.
hands no more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they realize how fun and great it was. But yeah, I'm just sticking. I mean, as a team, we're sticking to the plan. And the plan is when you taste that EuroLeague final, you want to go right back and be the happy team that time.
I was in Abu Dhabi, man.
Yeah.
I was losing my shit against Olympiacos, and then Fenerbahce.
You beat Fener twice in regular season.
Yeah,
And you see them in the final. You're like, oh, we have the perfect game plan for them. And it doesn't go as planned.
second half.
Hey, you just go back to your hotel and eat a burger. And you frustrated.
Eat the
man.
burger.
Yeah.
Elie, last question of the pod for you. If one day everything is over, what do you want to be remembered for?
As a winner, yeah, I think that's the most thing. A winner, a killer, and yeah, I think that's about it on the basketball court.
And off the basketball court,
Off the court, a great guy that just give advices to whoever wants advice. I have a basketball camp. It's been 3 years now. I love spending time with them kids. I see them at the exact same position I was when I
Yeah.
was 13, 14. And yeah, being a good dad. Doing all the good stuff,
yes,
Tough.
sir.
Doing all the
Thanks
good
a lot,
stuff.
man.
Tough,
It
brother.
was a
Thank
great
you.
talk.
Amazing, brother. Thank you so much.
Appreciate
brother.
y'all, man.